Pleasant day to you, ma'am. I am, by the way, my name is Vance Lauren S. Romero, and I am here today to give my insights about the theories of literacy. But before that, let me first define. So, what is literacy? Let me first define it. So, according to Google, literacy is the ability to read, write, speak, and listen in a way that lets us communicate effectively and make sense of the world. By as per defined, it our literacy is simply something that we learn as we grow up, like how to speak. We can be called a literate person if we know how to communicate, how to read textbooks, and how to write them, how to write words. That is why during the Spanish colonization, because the Philippines have a poor education during that time, the Spaniards regard us as idiots. Means we are not literate. So in the document that was given, there, in the theories of literacy, the first thing that we can see is the definition of the word theory. So in there, the theory is defined as an idealized representation of reality that help us explain some natural phenomena. It is an idea of thought pattern about a particular subject matter and how it should be perceived. So now let us move on to the theories of literacy. First on the list is a theory of cognitive development by Jean Piaget. When we talk, okay, sorry, the theories of cognitive development has describes the ways in which the quality of children's thinking changes over time based on their intellectual development. So, according to Piaget, we experience different phases in developing as we grow up from birth until we become an adult. The next theory is the maturation theory, which states that the children will know how to read when they develop prerequisite skills that we should not that this theory advocates us to not teach our children until they are mature enough to understand instructions. The next theory is the theory of literacy development by Goldaway, 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 which states that this theory states that learning to read is a natural development that is closely linked to a child's natural development of oral language skills. So, according to this theory, reading is just a natural development. So, all people are capable of reading unless you have sorry, unless they have a disease or an unborn DRPWD, person disabilities in their minds. So this theory has four key components. The first one is observation, the second one is collaboration, and the third one is practice, and the last one is performance. So so my insights in this is that firstly, as a human being, parang we when we encounter an unknown, we first observe how how and what will that unknown do, or how will it move. So before we learn to speak, we must first uh, when we were a child, before we learn to speak, we first observe our mother and father saying things like mama, papa, dada. So, so as we observe those people around us doing some things, we then collaborate with our minds. So we colla- we practice those things that are new to us. So after sometimes we would apply it to our daily living. So we would apply those what we have observed and practiced to 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 our daily lives. So that comes for the okay, that states the performance of what we have observed and practiced. The next stage, okay, the next is the stages model of reading the theories. Okay, reading, reading. The theorists of this model believe that children's reading is in stages of word identification, and the students increase the number of strategies used during reading as their reading skills develops. So according to this theory, that when when we first start reading, our reading skills are at the bottom. So we are in the on the bottom ground. So but as we at but as we continue on reading, our reading skills would continue to develop also, and and our speaking skills too will will also grow, and and that applies on the development of our growth also. So as we continue to grow, we discover things and which us makes more wiser than we are before. The next theory is family literacy theory, which refers to a series of ideas that researchers share, including the design, implementation, and evaluation of programs to help facilitate literacy development of family members. So that is the next theory. So let's move on to the next theory. The last one is the emergent literacy theory. This theory states that there are levels of literacy behaviors which children acquire before they formally get into classroom, which facilitates the acquisition of reading and writing skills at a conventional lead level. So as we go to the classroom, our teacher some of our teacher loves giving children a reading activity so that we would evolve so that we would develop our reading skills as well as our writing skills. So when we read, we gain knowledge. As we gain knowledge, when we make essays, that knowledge would be applied as well. So let me answer the question: why are literacy theories important to you as a future reading teacher? So my answer to that question is literacy theory is very important to me as a future reading teacher. Because of these theories, I would then know what I would do to further increase my literacy and what course of action I should think. Honing one's literacy is a lifetime investment, and it comes to us subconsciously as we grow up, as we read many new things, and as we discover new things. We would acquire knowledge that we haven't acquired before. So exploring the unknown is kind of a development, and growing up is alright, and learning is a lifetime investment. That's all. This is Vance Romero again. And that's all for my insights about literacy theories.